And if they do ask for assistance, they can mimic the real office version, and that's what people are doing. And fortunately, people are being brave enough to send me their videos online. Someone just sent me the next home version video that's amazing, and I'll be cropping it up and hiding their identity and showing it probably this week.
Wow, that's fantastic. Now, does your system work on all skin types, or is it just really oily skin? Because my skin's quite dry, and I've, acne
Right,
prone but
right.
dry.
The the dry with acne. That's on my blog. I talk about. I think it's in maybe the frequently asked questions. But a lot of people get worried about their dry skin with acne, and what I try to teach. I've had countless people with both dry, oily, or normal. So a guy came in the other day with his mom. He's almost done. I have an amazing. He's going to be. I'll refer to it later when he comes out. It's going to be an amazing case, massive, severe case. Been through everyone. Came in, and I asked his mom. I said, we were talking about oil again. She's like, well, I don't think his skin is oily. And I looked at it again, and I'm like, all right, well, good. I'm glad you can tell that. You have a good eye. His skin is not oily at all today, but he had massive acne. It went down in the same rate as everyone else in about 4 weeks. And what I try to teach people, this is probably the number one thing I teach people, is that no one's skin gets to be special. Even if they're special and they're cute and they got all kinds of quirky personalities and eccentricities and a struggle that they've been to 20 dermatologists. The max I've ever seen, someone did Accutane 7 times the other day.
Wow.
And that seems special, but really, if you go by the rule that no one's skin is special, you just don't get to be special unless maybe you're from a different planet. There's very few massive genetic skin conditions like where the sun touches your face and you grow an immediate skin tumor. That's such a rare skin disorder. That person's skin is special. For everyone else suffering from acne, even if they have hormonal problems, even if they have polycystic ovarian problems, their skin just doesn't get to be special. And that's really one of the missions of the project, is to prove that beyond such a shadow of a doubt that the next generation, the next person comes on, they won't shy away from any treatment or any battle to get better because of the pessimism that's created when you think your skin is special.
So what about, I get a lot of questions in my blog when they see how fantastic your videos are, and they're worried about the ingredients in your products, especially benzoyl peroxide. Do your products contain BP in them?
Like I guess I kind of explained that a little bit in that story I told with the cherry picking ingredients.
Yeah.
I could get someone's face clear with many, many different combinations of original products, and maybe if I worked hard at it, even with some other products, but it's just the reason these products were developed were not for their active ingredients. They were developed in the finesse that I could make them work with sensitive skin. What I found is that not just my skin is not special either, and what I found is that a lot of people with acne also have sensitive skin. This is, people with acne have troubled skin, and troubled skin tends to be sensitive. So what I've done here is I've created products that are massively strong, but will not irritate the most sensitive of skin types. And you say that as almost, it sounds like a advertising catch, but really, if you think about it, that is one of the problems with acne treatments, is they're blasting people's faces, and then all of a sudden they're like, no way, I don't want to use this ever again. And it's a bit of an artistry. It really is like cooking and coming up with recipes, and it's trial and error. I've been at it for 18, 19 years, just trying to get the right combination, and it seems like we found a good one that works in the program real nice.
Do you have one program that works for everyone, or do you have several different programs for different people, different skin?
No, it's one program for everyone, but there's multiple kits in the home version that what I'm doing with the home version kits is I'm trying to get you started out in the right place by guessing. That's a guessing game. People sometimes pick the wrong kit and they pay an extra $20 to get back into the kit that was right for them, but that's fine. The program is really about not doing it on your own. The home version it shouldn't really be done on your own. There's email assistance from me directly for that reason, and I'm pretty adamant about the success rate. So I make myself available through that energy that I've always had. I get that, through the sport and through exercising and whatnot.
Mm.
I just bought a skateboard yesterday, so
Oh, cool.
trying to recapture my youth after 20 years of being off a skateboard.
Can you tell us what someone should expect if they were to join your program? Like, what would they have to do? Like, what were the steps they'd have to do?
I tell people, it's a good question. I tell people to read the manual over 20 times, and it's not even an exaggeration. There's so much little detail in the instructions I give that I really want people to read it until they've almost memorized it, and that way they can really work it into their daily schedule. And then I tell them to send me a checklist so that I get essentially where they are when they started. If they don't send that, which, as you can imagine, 30% of people don't, they're not really in the program. The program is about you stepping out, trusting someone else, and then giving them your story. You don't have to necessarily give photos. If you do give photos, you can crop them all down. And none of them will be shared, obviously, without consent. But even without photos, it's about putting yourself back out there in a trusting situation. It's not a patient-practitioner relationship because it's online, but it is a client relationship. And if you're unwilling or unable emotionally to get into that type of relationship again, you're definitely not ready for this program. And so when people start up and they don't give that first checklist, I know the red flag's up. This guy, this woman or guy, they're all on their own. They prefer to be on their own. Maybe they're really intelligent and are not used to asking for help, which is very common. People have a lot of trouble asking for assistance, and that's just one of the pitfalls of chronic conditions of all sorts, not just acne. And then what they should expect is after they send that checklist in, within 24 to 48 hours, their skin should be transforming very rapidly. And if it doesn't, they should be very worried, and they should be emailing you. And we don't hope and wait in this program. The biggest mistake, besides thinking your skin is special, is hoping and waiting.
Mm. Yeah, that's good because a lot of people get very impatient with the acne treatment. I'd love to know what your thoughts are, because you're a medical doctor and I don't get to speak to many medical doctors about acne. What are your thoughts on the treatment of acne from a doctor's perspective?
Which treatments?
Well, just if someone were to go to just a regular doctor in comparison to, say, someone like you or a naturopath.
Gotcha. Did you see? I don't know if you got to see. I just put it up. I put up a new blog post called "Is Our Medical System Broken?" So as a physician, it's just it's naive or it's silly to criticize other physicians because a lot of them are well-intended. There's some really great doctors out there, and they're doing all kinds of cool stuff. Every doctor has his own passion. You can't be an expert or a master of every field, or even every condition or every type of condition. But without ever ridiculing other physicians who are passionate about their work, I believe, and the post really goes into heavy detail into it, I believe the system is broken for acne, and not just the medical system. I believe the esthetician system is broken for acne. I believe the medical system is broken for acne. I definitely believe the CVS, or the pharmacy system is broken for acne, where they sell it online or sell it over the counter so easily. And I believe